Okay, here's one of my favorite items, the Flugelbauer Voicing Needles, also known as Dr. Flugel's Deluxe Premium Golds. And they're called Premium Golds because they are 24 karat electro gold plated needles. Underneath the 24 karat electroplating is a nickel plating and of course a high tensile steel wire which the needle's made out of. They're great needles. They're designed specifically for Flugelbauer voicing tools, so the needles that I use in the sugar coater and the other handles that I have are these needles produced for and by Flugelbauer Piano Supply. Here's another example of the Dr. Flugel's Deluxe Premium Golds in the 3 needle voicing tool. So the one thing I want to point out first is that these needles were designed to accommodate the hole in the tip of each of our voicing tools. So the needle that was designed to do that is the 0.76 millimeters, 0.76 by 30 millimeter needle. We have other sizes. That's our largest. The next is 0.69 and we have that in both 40 millimeters and 30 millimeters length. So the 0.69, and that's diameter of course in millimeters, and then the 0.61, which would be a number 8, and it's a nice little needle, but I don't use it a whole lot unless I'm doing some really fine work in a very soft hammer and don't want to do too much. These needles, if you'll notice, are eyeless, so they were produced without an eye. The length on them is equivalent to a quilter's needle or a 30 millimeter length needle. The shorter length is referred to quilter or a quilter's needle because when you're quilting or when someone's quilting, it's easier to pass the needle through the quilt with a shorter needle. So, you know, they may not work in some of the tools that are out there, other voicing tools. If you're interested in getting needles for other voicing tools, you may want to go with the 40 millimeters in length to accommodate those other tools. It's a great needle. The gold is for lubricant, so as you enter a hammer with these needles, you'll find that the gold acts as a lubricant, especially in harder hammers. It just helps that those needles get down in there a little easier. So this is a very hard hammer. I'm just pushing. You can see that as I wiggle it there, it's taking a little effort to get that needle to go in. But with that gold acting as a lubricant, the needles penetrate the hammer very nicely. So these, again, the Flugelbauer Voicing Needles, or the Dr. Flugel's Deluxe Premium Golds in size 6, 7, and 8.